What's up, everybody? It's your boy Minik. Uh, Today is January 13th, Sunday. Just had the AFC NFC playoffs tonight. I wanted to touch base mostly on my hometown, or my home state of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia Eagles. They lost 20-14 to the number one seeded New Orleans Saints. One of the things that bugs me, and again, my girlfriend, Eagles fan, some of my best friends, Eagles fans. Me, I'm a 49er fan. However, I'm a realist when it comes to football. One thing I will say, Eagles should have won that game in the end. They ended up losing 2014. Alshon Jeffrey, sure-handed Alshon Jeffrey, dropped the ball. And it's one that he's caught probably 1,000 times in his life. Just a freak play. Ended up getting intercepted. When it went through his hands, Marshawn Lattimore picked it off. Saints got one first down, ran the clock out. A lot of people are going to question what the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do this offseason. Do they sign Nick Foles? Do they franchise Nick Foles? Do they sign or keep Carson Wentz? Do they trade Wentz? Do they trade Foles? Before I touch base on that, I would like to say a lot of people credit Doug Peterson to be one of the best offensive minds in football. Not saying that he's not. That he's one of the best newer coaches the NFL has. Not going to disagree. But a lot of Philadelphia fans are going to sit there and say that Alshon Jeffrey is the reason they lost that game. First and foremost, in my opinion, I gotta give credit to the Philadelphia Eagles defense. Number one seeded New Orleans Saints at home in the dome. He only gave up 20 points. Number one. Number two, I got to question Doug Peterson's play call. I don't know, and again, I could be wrong here. I don't know if the plan was when the Eagles were driving to let Nick Foles run a no huddle and get off as many plays as you can. But coming up to 2-minute warning, you have one timeout. The Saints have one timeout. You're already inside the 30, 35-yard line. I'm not sure to be exact. You snapped the ball. I believe it was second down with 2:02 left in the fourth quarter. You have a timeout, the 2-minute warning, and 30-some yards to go. Why are you running the no huddle? Get a play off as quick as you can before 2-minute warning hits in that predicament. You need a touchdown and an extra point, and you're moving on to the NFC Championship game. So I'm gonna question Doug Peterson there. I disagree with it. I've talked to, again, a bunch of people who are Eagles fans. I don't give Doug Peterson as much credit as maybe he deserves. He did bring the only Super Bowl to the city of Philadelphia. He forever will be a statue in Philadelphia. But a couple things that I want to touch base on too is Doug Peterson. People have the Carson Wentz, Nick Foles debate often. I mean, you have to have that debate. Absolutely. Carson Wentz is being compared to the next Robert Griffin III. Can he stay healthy when he's supposed to be healthy? He just looks like he's playing injured, you know. I disagree with that. Carson Wentz, in my opinion, I've been saying it since he's come into the league, he's a risky quarterback. To the point of I'm expecting him to lose his head one day, the way he just ducks down and just picks his head up. He's going to get clobbered the one day. Concussion's always going to be an issue with him as long as he's in the league playing like that, my opinion. But it seems like when Carson Wentz is in the lineup, 100% of the Eagles playbook and Doug Peterson's playbook is available. It seems like Doug Peterson himself, to me, tunes it down when Nick Foles is in there. People will say, well, no, Nick Foles just runs the offense better. It would be easier for Carson Wentz to do something similar if he had a strict set of plays that he ran. So maybe Nick Foles, and again, this is my opinion, guys, so doesn't hold that much water. But if Nick Foles is that effective with 80% of the playbook available to him, Carson Wentz is a better athlete, has a better arm, better football IQ, my opinion. Maybe he's that effective, if not more. If he only has if he only has 80% of the playbook available to him. Now, as far as the playoffs and the offseason goes, there's not going to be there's not going to be a coaching change in Philadelphia. Absolutely not. They have a lot of decisions. A lot of people are calling for Alshon Jeffrey to get cut. He doesn't deserve that. They're not there without Alshon Jeffrey. Need to improve the running game. Need to work on your future. I mean, your defense is nice. You got a couple nice young pieces there, but maybe not so much in the back end of that defense, secondary stuff like that. Malcolm Jenkins, not a young buck anymore. You have the best, in my opinion, best tight end in football on your team, who's young. I like what I see out of Wendell Smallwood. Who knows if they're going to maintain that? Jay Ajayi should be back healthy next year. Do you give him a contract extension? Remains to be seen. But what I want to know is if I'm the only one on the planet, and I'm sure I'm not, who thinks Doug Peterson needs more blame for the Eagles' loss. Again, I've questioned his, and I'm on the East Coast. I live in Pennsylvania. Every Eagles game that's on, I have access to. I watch it. I'm a big football fanatic. I have a Reggie White jersey, one of my favorite jerseys of all time. I have a Philadelphia Eagles hat. I don't know if you can see it up there, all the way in the corner. There you go. But I'm curious. Let me know. A lot of people are going to say, Alshon Jeffrey again needs to lose his job. I don't think so. I don't think it's on Nick Foles by any means. They were in the game. They should have won that game. Should be playing for the NFC Championship game next week. But they're not. So they have a long offseason ahead of them. I want to see what they do. Again, a football fan here, guys, not a Philadelphia Eagle fan. Last thing I will say is, can't take nothing away from the Saints. Number 1 seed, held down home field, playing the Rams next week in the NFC Championship game. Best of luck to everybody involved. I'm personally going for the Chiefs, for Andy Reid. Hope that man gets a Super Bowl. Sean McVay, well, I'm a Niner fan. I'm supposed to like the Rams, but I personally see the Chiefs and the Rams playing in the Super Bowl. 1 week from now, we'll find out. But again, guys, I'm not going to run this too long. I'm already 9 minutes, 23 seconds in. Please get at me. Let me know what you guys think. Again, should Doug Peterson get more blame for the Philadelphia Eagles' loss in the playoffs? Let me know. Later.